Hi, I'm Cary Moss. I'm one of the attorneys here at Sawyer Sawyer.
And I'm Tom Moss. Thank you for reaching out to Sawyer Sawyer and showing interest in estate planning for young adults. It's a very important time in their lives to ensure that legal decisions can be made on their behalf once they turn 18 years of age.
So one of the reasons this became really important for Tom and I, and we could see that there was value for those of you out there, is that Tom and I have two boys. One is currently 19 and one is 17. And when our 19-year-old turned 18, the realization hits us as parents that we are no longer able to make decisions for them, financial decisions, healthcare decisions. And so for all of those years, when we're so used to making those decisions for our kids, it kind of terminates on that age of 18. And it's a scary thing for parents. But the most important thing is that we want to make sure that these young adults, our two boys, especially as our young one turns 18, that they have the proper documents in place so that if there is any kind of an emergency, that we're able to make those decisions for them, to get information from doctors and to help them as we need to. So we've said that there are certain documents that are really important for you to have when you turn 18 because your parents can all make decisions for you. So what I'd like to do is just kind of point out what those documents are, and then we can kind of explain how they work and the importance of them. So Tom, the documents that we're talking about that would be needed, first would be a durable power of attorney. So why don't you explain what the durable power of attorney, the purpose of it?
Correct. So all prior to turning 18, your parents have made all contractual and financial decisions for you. Once a person turns 18, they're emancipated, and legal and financial decisions are now up to you as an 18-year-old adult. A power of attorney now assigns an agent on your behalf to make financial decisions and contractual decisions for you. Some easy decisions, some things to think about. If you are negotiating a lease and there's an issue on that behalf and you want assistance from your parents, that will allow your parents to call up your landlord and discuss and negotiate that lease on your behalf. If there was issues with the bursar at college and you had some bills due and you had some disputes as to what fees were owed, that would allow your parents to call the bursar on your behalf. If you had some medical bills due and there was disputes over what was owed on the medical bills, it would allow your parents to call and negotiate those medical bills on your behalf. It would allow you to negotiate contracts on your behalf. And most importantly, and I think where these issues become very, very, very essential, is if you were in a car crash, if you had a medical event and you became incapacitated, it would allow your parents to negotiate bills with the hospital, with caregivers, with insurance company, all those things on your behalf. And most importantly, to maybe execute a contract with an attorney to sue the person who hurt you, who harmed you, to negotiate your rights in the courtroom for you. All those things could be assigned to your agent in a power of attorney.
So the next step in the process will be to go ahead and click on the payment link. That payment will be $375 in total for the 4 documents. In addition, in that email, there's an intake form for you to complete. Very basic information, but super, super important. So you're going to need to have your legal name listed on there, but also whoever you're listing as your primary and your alternate, we need to have their legal name. Great place to go is on their driver's license. And so we'll need that legal name in addition to their address. So if you'll please fill that out, it's really critical so that we can have that information to complete the documents. Once that's done, then somebody from my office or our office will reach out to you to take the next step forward. In addition, you're also going to receive a legal representation agreement so that you are our client. What's important is that on that legal representation agreement, just note that it does specify that you have watched this video. That's really important. But also it's an opportunity for you to give us permission to speak with whomever you want, your parents or whoever you're listing as your agent, so that we can speak with them with any questions that they might have. But if they have any direct questions, Tom.
Yeah, please reach out to anyone in our firm. You'll have contact information from our firm. If there's legal questions, or reach out to us to make sure we can get in contact with you and address your legal questions. And we're always here as your attorney. Now you have an attorney, and you can reach out to us to make sure we can address those questions.